Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you. Wherever you are, whatever time it is when you listen to this. Welcome to my channel. Alright, so this is going to be the Life Path 5 reading. Life Path 5. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. Happy New Year, Life Path 5. Happy New Year. Right? So ultimately, right? It's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. Let's see where you guys are and see where different insights we could pick up on and different messages it is that will be had and held for you like Path 5. Okay? Now, I know you're probably used to shifting and changing and shifting a whole lot, right? So, something that I'm thinking might happen with you this 1 year, because this is a 1 year, right? Life path 5 is you might have to get a little bit of stability. That's one of the things I was thinking about. Getting a little bit of stability and not shifting and changing everything, right? It may be smaller shifts and changes and grace and mercy and things of that nature, right? That make a bigger impact on things for you, okay? So that being said, of course, not all readings are gonna resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. That's okay. That simply means that this reading isn't for you, all right? And if it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. And just 'cause that's how you want it doesn't mean it will be so. If it don't fit, don't force it like that. I do not force it. Oh, and last but not least, in these readings, it may be the sign that comes out, but realistically, we're going to just explore. We're going to just explore the actions of the signs. Now, it could be the sign, it could be you or the other person, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay? All right. All right. Okay, so some rebirthings that'll come with maturity and the expectation. So the end of the expectations, the rebirthing of the mature man not having expectation. That's actually a really mature move. Go ahead. Okay. That's also a really good mature move for you, Life Path 5, primarily because that is a form of maturity, right? You can plan, but always, even within that backup, okay, I mean, there being this privileged lady and main female, okay? So the privileged lady, right, she got some things coming as an influence with the great fortune and the main male and the official person, poverty. And then there being this whole false person aspect. Okay, so like path 5, what it looks like is in this whole dealing with the main emotion for you, like path 5. It's gonna be about the emotions it is that would have been stabilizing for you, and that would allow for you to meet your private practical needs. One of the things it is that's really coming to me for you, like path 5, is paying attention to what drives you. Okay, what drives you, what motivates you, is something that is really given, especially when you're talking about this false person. Whether it be you wearing a mask, whether it be acting, whether it be people not being genuine, right? Disingenuous. That's one of them. And one of the ways it is that could come into place is playing the game of telephone. Playing the game of telephone, telling somebody what somebody else said, right? And if you've ever played the game telephone, like Fat Five, right, you know that everything shifts and changes for each person. It'll start off, the message will start off as my favorite color is blue. And by the time it gets to the last person, it's my favorite realization of life and the epitome of how many people it was I've been involved with came together and it resulted in the earthquake in the ocean blue. Okay, so you see how much all of this shit changed just from one. My favorite color is blue. That's 5 words. That then shifted and changed into a whole daggone paragraph. So just being mindful of that. Okay, like Path Five. Whenever or whatever you're dealing with, especially if you're older like Path Five, you should have a good expectation or understanding of that. You have a good understanding of that in a lot of different things. All right, so just paying that some attention. Now, with this privileged lady, what the privileged lady will be dealing with is what this is given in this privileged lady essence is having a lot of different male suitors, having a lot of different male suitors. That's the whole main female thing. When the main female is constituted as a privileged lady, having a lot of male suitors. One of the things that is given, not only the male suitor, but is given at the foundation, right? What constitutes as a person having great fortune or being of great fortune, and what it is to be a false person. Now, this false person, I don't know who this person is going to be for you, like that vibe. I don't, because they came off all the way to the side. It's given the Scarlet. Is given Scarlet Letter is one of them, and the Scarlet O'Hara situation. If you One of the movies that was coming to me last night, y'all. It, right now, I'm hearing like Gone with the Wind and all this other stuff. So there will be some wind magic, some spells, things that would be said, thought of, right? But what it's really given, Life Path Five, is the within being a privileged lady, the false person would have been able to square some things off. Oh, imposter syndrome. Is that what it is? Like Path Five? That's what it is with the whole act imposter syndrome. I got you. Okay, it's okay like that five. If you're One of the things I will say, because things shift and change so much, and depending on what your sign is, because if you are a fixed sign and this is happening and you are like that five, I can understand how you would be feeling some type of way about everything. Because with them being a fixed sign, that's a whole bunch of change all the time. It will make you feel like you're not doing things correctly. So I get it, like that five. I get it. Part of it will be about imposter syndrome. Some of it will be about the whole main character syndrome, and then the other portion of it will be about what it is as the main when you dealing with a main female that would have been a false person. Oh, okay, with them being privileged. Okay, all right. Some things not being ended. Some unavoid for some in some respects it's gonna be an unavoidable tower. Others it's gonna be underground. What it is to be privileged underground. And then there's this King of Wands, the underground King of Wands, the hidden, the hidden action. Some of this other stuff that is gonna be given is what it is go down, and have these varying fortunes, right, of a mature person, but them not having the person it is that they will want. What it is for you to not have for you to not have a person, meaning you not having the privilege of feeling a certain way. Hmm. Huh. And then there being the supernatural, and it being about naivety. All right. So in this whole the naivety that comes into place on a humanitarian scale. So what would be coming in, all right, is a new beginning, the tower moment, and a new beginning with an angel. If you're in the alchemical portion, okay. And then there being some impatience, the naivety that comes into place with one not having a particular temperament, not being an alchemist, being patient, being impatient. Yo, life path out. I think I got it. How you, okay, so if you are an alchemist, right? And typically, a lot of people don't give credit to prime numbers, right? With life path prime numbers, they have to have a sense of alchemy. They may not be knowing that they're doing it, right? But how what is given is there was a situation that came into place for you, and you would have there wouldn't have been an ability to alchemicalize things. Now, on the other hand, if you are an alchemist, right, how someone would have known that you could have alchemicalized the situation, meaning been able to, finesse this stupid bullet, right? And instead, they were impatient about it. They wanted it done right there and right there, and it would have been due to in some instances it would have been about spell work. In others though, it would have been about just having a passionate new beginning. Now here's the deal with this passionate new beginning. It's a spiritual passionate new beginning. Life path five. And then there being this King of Wands essence and the influence of healing, one not communicating. One not communicating, not emailing, text messaging, all this other stuff, right? Okay. And even in regards to this whole privileged lady, as the plot thickens, is pretty much what is given like Path 5. The plot thickening, right? Within understanding what it is, even for you to be, is given in Maxwell fortunate. And then there being what's clearing out is heartache, heartbreak, and the clarity in one's mind about what intelligence it is they will have and emotional intelligence. Within one not one having expectations, it'll be due to heartbreak. Strength, Nine of Pentacles reverse, and the Devil reverse. The weakness that comes within one being codependent and an obsession, meaning some of this that is given is how a person would be codependent, how multiple people would need to be obsessed with a person. And then you got this Eight of Swords inside. What you can control is what it is that would be going on inside your mind and what you would speaking your thoughts ultimately and being loving in it and what it is that will go on with the discussions, gossip, and different topics. In the event that you're watching this for the political aspect, and it'll be about abortions and miscarriages, the health portion that comes into place with it. And within talking about the health portion, you're gonna be talking about the different legs. You're talking about your legs and uh, thighs, legs, joints, however that comes into place, joints, and some of the obsessions that may have been had with medications and things of that nature, and children, and children. The star, overall essence, Aquarius or Uranus. So you got Uranus essence that's coming into place now. You already had Jupiter being retrograde. It's showing for you, Life Path 5, if you have a Jupiter in Leo, definitely, or Capricorn, definitely, um, or Aries, the indirectness that comes within one not being spiritually connected. And the negativity that comes when a person, the negativity 6 months ago, and the negativity, yeah, how indirect and negative a person can be when it's not a spiritual connection, right? And then there being this Ten of Wands, the Fool, and then King of Wands. The burden of one being naive in their actions, not knowing. Okay, so what I'll say is, like that five, everybody is adults. Okay, you're an adult, so you have a responsibility to ask questions. I don't care, even if this is work, because if the boss then passed away, yeah, if the boss then passed away, or the boss is going and doing something else, you should already know what it is that's going on. There should already be preemptive measures that come into place with a lot of this stuff. Okay, like that five. So you should have paid those things some attention. Also pay attention to what it is to balance and juggle what it is that you know versus what it is that you would have to do, because this is the Virgo Pisces axis, and some of the lessons it is that you had um, depending on how you handled it, it'll be coming into place for the course of the next 2 years. But yeah, it'll be coming into place over the course of the next 2 years. And then there being this protection that falls in regards to this King of Wands essence. The wisdom that comes into place with a person being protected and what it is to be protected in communications. Some of this is given like mass communications. Okay, spirit integrity, connection to the angelic realm, and gentleness and diplomacy. And the arrow master, hitting the mark, intention, and detachment. In the supernatural, right? So one of the things that that'll come into place for you, like Path Five, is what your protection would consist of is your gentleness and your diplomacy, and the spiritual integrity that comes within not having to take risks. You got to see what it's like to not risk it all. Like Path Five is basically what this is giving, or not have to risk it all. Just have to shift or change a little bit. And what it is when you're dealing with, in this regard, if you're dealing with a risky person or a person who likes to take a lot of risk, you have to understand the growth that comes in regards to for you and for or that person, I guess, to not take risks, not want to risk something. Hmm. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out just a little bit. Give you a tad bit of an inclination as to a few different things it is that will be going on. If you like to schedule your own personal touch of clarity, you are more than welcome to do so at Lightwork and Lightwork LLC at gmail.com. Okay? Because see, remember, light work, it ain't light work. It is not light work. It's not light work. And that's why you have to stay light while you work